Hi Gemini, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to another You versus Them. Gemini, let's see how you're feeling now, how the person connected to your energy is feeling, and what action we can expect in this connection. And Gemini, these are general collective readings, may not resonate with all of you. Please keep that in mind. Take what works for you, leave the rest. So let's begin. Welcome back, all my subscribers, and welcome in newcomers. Gemini spirit. Alright, Gemini newcomers, I'm setting down two sets of cards here. One side will be for you, one side will be for your person, and in the center I'm going to have your dialogue message cards, mutual energies. If this is your reading, Gemini, you'll know which side you resonate best with. For me, this is going to be person A here, this is going to be person B. Bottom of my deck, I have the Seven of Cups. Somebody is in, maybe somebody was maybe in their feelings that maybe they could have other options or you know what, and they turned their back towards something which could have been very stable. It's like somewhere in their being this person knew that this connection can go the long haul, I can have stability, this can be my happily ever after, but they turned their back to this connection and now they're sitting in deep regret. They know they made the wrong decision. I think this person is still hoping that there is some chance of getting back with the other person, but they know that they really messed it up. The other person says, yeah, I never got the offer I wanted. I'm not waiting for an offer anymore. This probably wasn't the person I was meant to end up with because it didn't go anywhere. They didn't apologize to me. They didn't give me a love offer. Maybe there was no love there in the first place. Nothing was built on a firm foundation. And yeah, I don't trust them. I'm upset with them. I'm angry with them. I allowed the tower to fall. That's my first thought. Of course, I'm going to clarify these cards for you, Gemini. But before that, let's ask the universe. Spirit, tell me what's going on with Gemini and their person. Why are they both feeling this way currently? Gemini and their person, Spirit. Gemini and their person. All right, the first card here, Gemini says uncertainty. Someone was unable to make a clear choice. That's exactly what we saw in the cards, right? Somebody was like, yeah, maybe I have other options. Maybe I'm not ready to commit right now. This person made the wrong choice. So the card clearly says uncertainty. Someone was unable to make a clear choice. Third parties, yep. Another energy or energies were interfering in this connection. Third card says balance. There was a need for equal give and take in this connection, which I think somebody overlooked. They didn't offer a partnership, they didn't offer an equal give and take, where there was a need to balance this connection out and build a firm foundation if they wanted a happily ever after, but somebody here made the wrong choice. Alright, so let's also see, Gemini, if both of you could say something to each other right now, what that would be, and then I'll clarify the rest. So Gemini and their person, Spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Gemini and their person, Spirit. Gemini and their person, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Let's take a few more from another deck. Gemini and their person, Spirit. And a few more from a third deck, Gemini, and then we'll start the reading. Gemini and their person, Spirit. Alright, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Gemini, if any of you are looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here, Gemini says, I'm sorry for making you feel like you were hard to love. I saved all your old texts and I still read them and I think about you a lot. I can't imagine being with anyone else but you. I still want us to be friends, but it's difficult now. Could you ever forgive me? I'm lost without you. I made a mistake. Nothing sounds good enough. I deserve this karma. I don't care what my family or anyone else has to say. I want you and nobody else. It's sometimes hard to keep the faith when you're taking so long to commit. I loved you more than I loved myself. Then I realized I didn't love myself. I know that I'm marriage material, and I know that deep down you know that too. So somebody is very confident that what they were bringing to the table was good, and then, yeah, maybe, I didn't love myself or appreciate myself for what I was bringing to the table. Okay, so now let's start the reading, Gemini. I'm going to first focus on one side, who I'm refer as person A. Then we'll move to the other side, person B. I'm not guessing which side Gemini is on because I could have two Geminis here, and these are not gender-based. But if you've been resonating till now, you'll immediately pick up which side you're on, who this person is for you. And yes, it can be a love interest, spouse, ex, secret crush, but could even be a relative, best friend, co-worker. This is a general reading. Please use your own judgment. So, person A, I'm going to focus on you first. Tell me, how are you feeling right now? What's the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Wands for you? Yep, see? Ten of Pentacles clarified, but Four of Wands in reverse. Somebody didn't acknowledge this connection. They knew they had something really solid in hand. They didn't reach out. They didn't start this journey. They didn't acknowledge that, this was a soulmate bond. I think this person turned their back to this connection and let it go. They just let it go. They didn't hold on to this connection, which they knew was something very special, because I think they were being a bit overindulgent. Maybe they were only thinking about themselves. Maybe they were standing there in their pride and ego and not wanting to commit or something. Maybe they knew the other person, if they got involved, would want something long term, and they were not ready for that. They were busy maybe checking out other options, or just wanted to live their life the way they wanted to live their life, as long as they were happy, and that's what really mattered to them. And now they're realizing they lost out. They lost out on a soulmate connection. Okay, so why are you feeling all this? Tell me, personally. Five of Cups, because now they are by themselves reflecting on what went wrong. They realize that all the cups they were giving attention to, they were all empty. They all spilled to the ground, including the one they should have invested in. So they're sitting in a lot of sadness, regret, remorse, guilt, shame for, making a hasty decision. Now it's like, I do want to go back. I do want to go back and, talk to them, or, message them or something. But they are very stressed out. They're very stressed out because they feel it's their karma time, bad karma time. They're expecting the other person will not be that open to having that conversation with them anymore, especially after the way they treated their person. They're expecting their person to be angry or upset for the choices made or not made in the past, right? For maybe their indulgences. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, somebody here, I think, somebody realized that maybe they were trying to keep the door open, or they didn't want to make a decision, or they wanted to have other options. Now they feel, I shouldn't have done what I did. I shouldn't have done what I did. The mind games I was playing, the ego and pride I was in. Now they feel like a loser. They feel like a loser. They feel because they never offered anything stable, it's too late maybe. The other person probably given up on them. Yeah, they're realizing that they breadcrumbed their person, never offered them a partnership, probably broke their heart as well in the bargain. It's not a very proud moment for them. In fact, they are feeling quite embarrassed and quite ashamed of their behavior. Okay, so tell me then, person A, how do you see the connection currently? How do you see person B? How do you feel about this connection right now? Seven of Wands in reverse. They feel the other person has given up and probably saw through their player ways, doesn't want to deal with them anymore, is no longer chasing them, but is looking pretty fine in their own life. Very abundant and very, put together, and having a wonderful life without them, not chasing them, not bothered about them, maybe even just exhausted and tired of their antics, and has given up on them, no longer putting in the work that they were putting in. Right? Probably the person A feels that they see me now as a rude, mean person who was just, out there to get attention from them, from other people. I think they were like that in the past, and they know that, and that's kind of making them very angry with themselves because they know that behavior pushed that person away to walk away from them. Yeah, this person is in their hermit mode, feeling lonely, they are feeling sad, they are thinking about all that happened, the cup of love which they lost. So I don't know whether this person may take any action, but their action card is here, which I'll open later, Gemini. Let's go to the other side, see how person B is feeling, and then we'll do the action cards together. Okay, so person B, how are you feeling about this right now? What's the Four of Cups in reverse for you? Yeah, person B says, I'm not waiting for an offer from them. They were keeping secrets from me. They were keeping secrets from me. They were lying to me all along. So I'm not waiting around for them anymore. I took a step back. I did my own healing. And now I'm no longer waiting for them anymore. I realized maybe this was not my soulmate. I'm unstuck. I've gotten unstuck from this situation. I've done my healing work. In fact, I'm now more excited about the new things I'm going to do in my life. Yes, I'm not waiting for them anymore. In fact, yes, I am angry and upset with them. Right? So why are you still so angry and upset with person A? Tell me. Page of Cups in reverse, because they never even apologized. So they never apologized, they never received or gave me a cup of love. Here it is again, no apologies, no love offer, nothing given. And so person B says, you know what, then I'm not going to give them a second chance either. I'm going to accept that this was not my soulmate, or this contract is over, and too many bad memories have been created. I am right now focused on myself, on my single life, on accumulating wealth for myself, looking good, feeling good, smelling good, building my own stability, and I know I bring a lot to the table. I'm going to keep building myself up to be even a better and better person, so that I attract in a partner who will be in the same vibration as me. So person B is not expecting any communication, nor are they talking to person A, from what I feel. They feel I have to listen to my intuition now, and my intuition has already told me that, this is like a hopeless situation. I think person B has lost hope in this connection, but they're not stressing over it. It's like, yeah, I've cut those chains which were keeping me chained and bound and, stressing and wondering about all the lies they were saying, or, the silence between us. I think person B has gone a lot of spiritual healing. So tell me, person B, how do you see the connection currently? How do you see person A? How do you feel about this connection? The Tower in reverse. What's the Tower in reverse? Tower upright. Person B says, once a tower that big, collapses, it takes time for the rubble to, settle down. And this tower was a big one. It collapsed, and I'm allowing the dust to settle. Yes, I was very, very angry and very upset with them. But in all this tower moment, I faced the crumbling of this tower. I've lived through it, Omkaratarot. But all it did was, it made me stand up for myself and make me even stronger. I realized that I don't have to be an option in anyone's life. I get to choose myself. And this person's definitely is not it, because they never stepped up. They never stepped up. They never offered me any partnership. They never did right by me. So it taught me the value of turning my back and being the one to say, no more. Right? No more. So I think person B has emerged like a phoenix from the ashes of that tower that went down. Okay, so let's see what actions you guys will take then, whether towards each other or in your individual lives now. I'll take another deck for this one, Gemini. And while I shuffle this, if the storyline has been resonating, do let me know, please. You can do that by tapping on the thumbs up button or leaving me a comment. That would be great. And newcomers, repeating viewers, do like, share, subscribe to the channel. We welcome you in. So person A, action from your end towards person B or otherwise in your own life now. Person A's action. Two of Swords in reverse. What's the Two of Swords in reverse? Now you've made up your mind? Or are you worried the other person has? King of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Four of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the Moon card. Well, they have made up their mind. If this person was a player in the past, I think they have grown up. Now they want to show back up as a king. They want to take action. They definitely have decided that person B is the right one. I want to have long-term commitment. But as much as they are dreaming of this Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Wands now, they don't know now how to solve the conflict which has happened. Too much has happened in this connection, and this person is like scratching their head right now. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I think they are scared. They are scared. They're drowning in their emotions because the other person, I think, has gone silent on them. They know that the other person is now very guarded towards them. How do I now go and offer them the partnership that I want with them? What if they're already in a passionate new connection elsewhere? So they are kind of feeling sad and sorry about now being the one who's left behind. But they are totally in love with the other person who they feel is somebody irreplaceable, somebody who's not chasing, who's really doing well, and, healed off, I think, whatever trauma they went through. So, person B, what about you? Action from your end towards person A or otherwise in your own life in the next 7 days. Knight of Wands in reverse. Person B says, they're a player. I don't deal with players, Omkaratarot. I don't deal with drama. What's the Knight of Wands in reverse? King of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Tower, Ace of Cups. I think person B was waiting for person A to come towards them with some honest communication, hoping, if they put in the work, if they apologize. But right now, I think they are realizing it's too late. Too much damage has been done already. I waited for them. I gave them ample time to speak up and, show me that they meant it or come and apologize to me. But well, I have to accept that this tower was probably built on sand. It didn't stand the test of time. It has collapsed. So I think person B is totally into self-love right now. Self-love, hoping maybe to move on towards new love. They're focusing more on their future, loving themselves. Like one of the cards said, I realized I didn't love myself enough. So I think person B is the one who's now realizing they have to be loving themselves and their life first. I think they're totally focused on making their own dreams and wishes come true at this time. Yes, they have healed and feeling good, balanced, focusing on loving themselves, focusing on stable, brand new beginnings. All aces coming for person B. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. So person B is like, if they had to come, they would have come by now. And if they haven't, I have to accept that it's over. Right? So that's what I have for you. Till next time then, Gemini. Love and light. Take care. Namaste.